Right. So I'm joined by the fantastic Lucie Sue, French artist, musician that the UK, Canadian, and American audiences are just starting to be introduced to. So first of all, how are you? How's things?
I'm really great. I just come back from 2 days of big gigs with amazing bands, and I have sparkles in my eyes because I'm still not recovered from this amazing moment. It was amazing. We played
Okay,
with big French bands, and it was a big party. It was very cool.
cool. I have to say, I love how you've set the amp up just behind you as well. I've just got my partner's desk. It doesn't look as
Yeah, yeah.
impressive.
No, it's the real decoration, and it's where I play guitar, and it's my
Cool.
place.
Now, excuse me. Do apologise. Now, you've actually already built quite a strong following in France, but I believe Battlestation, the latest album, is your debut UK release, a more international release. What made it motivated you to try and get your music out to a wider audience beyond France?
I've always thought that I had to play out of France because French people are not a lot into rock. I've always knew that rock will be better, and my music will have a better audience out of France. So I've always wanted to be in UK, to be in US, Canada, everywhere, but not specifically in French. But the first album, I did it all by myself, and I was not. Surrounded by the best people. I was just alone, so I didn't know how to manage it and how to do it. But this time I have the best partners with me, so they are giving me the best advice, and that's why I'm here with you now. And it's very cool. It's
Well,
important to have a good team, to work with.
it is. It really is, and it is a pleasure to have you with us. And
Thank
just for the
you.
record, I've listened to Battle Station. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'll get onto a little bit about that in a bit. Um, but what's been your biggest? I think you've sort of alluded to this a little bit, but what's been your biggest challenges with reaching the English speaking audience? Both musically and culturally.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
you've
if
already
I
mentioned.
I don't know if I have reached them yet, or I don't know if
Oh,
I did it
well,
already. You tell me. I don't know. I just know that my songs are played on some radios, some cool radios in UK, and that's it. I have absolutely no clue if you UK guys love it or not. I just put things on internet, and that's it. I have no feedback, but I hope that you love it. So, what was the most difficult thing? Maybe find the money to. Yes, find the money. Actually, money is everything in this business world. So yes, find money. All the rest, I have the motivation. I have the best, as I said, the best partners, and same the best PR agency. I love them so much. They are doing an amazing job in UK. Honestly, I have a lot of PR everywhere, but this particular agency is amazing.
fantastic.
I don't know if you know them. It's Duff, and Duff.
Yeah.
They have Kiss. They have Extreme. They have a lot of amazing bands, and I'm part of them. It's amazing to see my name in the middle of all these guys.
Yeah.
So cool.
Well, just shout out to Duff from me because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't get to speak to fantastic people like yourself. And through this interview, I truly hope we're going to reach and get your music out to more people because, moving on to, what your music's all about. I get, a lot of sort of L7, that sort of 80s punk vibe from it, that sort of stuff that I actually grew up listening to. And, you know, I've gone off topic on my question. What was your musical identity? How did you identify with it growing up, and how did you sort of become what you are today, I suppose, with your influences?
Yeah, that's the big question. It's really hard. I'm asking this every day. Actually, it's really hard to put a style on my music because it's a bit of everything.
It
And
is.
actually, I don't know if I have to put a name because yes, it's a bit of metal, it's a bit of grunge music, if we can call it grunge music, because there's a big debate about the name. It's a bit of punk. Somebody told me yesterday, yeah, you do punk. It's punk. I was okay, but I've never listened to punk music. But I think it's the mix of all the music I've listened to since I'm born, actually. So from classical music because I did the conservatory and cello, from David Bowie, Guns N' Roses, the early bands I was listening to, and then all the Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Faith No More, a lot of Faith No More, all the Mike Patton's project. And I've listened to disco. I'm a super big fan of Earth, Wind and Fire. I love the
Good
Bee
call.
Gees. and, you know, and it's all this melting pot that makes me who I am today.
I think it's important to have that eclectic drive, to draw on all of these. But as I said, I've already mentioned sort of L7, but there's definitely hints of Metallica and PJ Harvey and all of these
Yeah.
different genres that I kept going, oh, there's something
Yeah, yeah,
new
yeah.
here, which I thought
It
was
was very funny
absolutely
because you know
fantastic.
what? Yesterday, I played in a big, big place in France, and so I invited one of my very old friend that I never met again since 20 years. And he saw me for the first time live. He listened to my song for the first time, and when we met after the gig, he was almost crying, like, "Oh, I could recognize all the bands we were listening to when we were kids." So yes, he was so surprised, so amazed, just like you say, all the references that comes into my music.
Now, some of the songs that you've released, you've got Hush, which sort of mixes English and I believe there's some German
German.
lyrics. Yeah.
German.
And it portrays sort of, the chaos of motherhood, but it's also got a bit of a playful, rebellious edge. What inspired you to sort of tell these sort of stories and also through that sort of, I suppose, humorous angle as well with quite serious topics?
Yeah, yeah, it's a bit of everything. It's like in real life, you speak about sad things and you speak about love and you speak about death and you speak about cool things and fun things. And yeah, it's all the lyrics are based on my story. There's nothing that I have invented. So it's all true. And yeah, it's about love, about everything. As I said, love, death, fun. And yeah, Hush, the one you mentioned, is I was married with a German guy, and he used to say these lyrics to my kids when they had to go to bed, and they give them orders. Now you do this and that. And in German, it's very funny because it's like an order, and you have to obey, otherwise you will die. And, but it works very well when he does that. When I do, it's miserable. It doesn't work at all. So
Yeah.
yeah,
To be fair, I've got some German friends, and even when they're joking, they sound very, very direct, very
yeah, it's like
serious. It's cool.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. But
Really?
also
German are really like that, but it's
yeah,
very fun.
but there's also this song Battlestation as well, and that incorporates all of this sort of stuff. How important is humour when you're creating music? Yeah.
I love when the music is powerful. That's
Yeah.
really something that I really want to listen to, even in the classical music, you can, and most of all in the classical music, you can have super powerful effects. And I love that. I love the nuances. How do you, nuances? You can say that when it's
Yeah,
piano
I think so.
and
Yeah.
suddenly it's super forte and super loud, and I like that. The how you grow and how you put passion and how you put loudness and everything. So yeah, Battle Station was all about that. It's powerful in the lyrics. It's powerful in the composition. I'm not saying that to say that I'm amazing and I and I can do powerful songs, but it's
Oh,
how I
stop,
see
you
it.
can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How I see it. And yes, it was. This song is about the relationship between men and women and how the society wants to separate men and women and make men super male and women super female. And it's so stupid because we just have to be who we want to be and just respect ourselves. It's about respect. This song is about respect.
Cool. Now, I understand you actually began as a visual artist and things like that before you actually became a musician. Is that correct?
Uh, I've been a musician since I was born because I'm part of a musician family. My father was
Oh,
a music teacher, orchestra and stuff like that. And all my brothers and sisters and myself, we used to study at the conservatory, but in the hard way. You go to school in the morning and afternoon you go to conservatory. So I started with music, and then I studied graphic design, and that's
yeah,
my job
that's
now.
yeah.
Now I still do this job because I don't earn enough money to live and survive in this cruel world. Uh, but I hope that soon I will have enough gigs, enough albums sold to just do only music. But I don't care because I love my artistic job as well. My graphic design job, it's very cool. My clients are so cool. I'm not saying that because they might listen. But yeah, I'm independent, so I do it when I want, as I want, and I'm surrounded with the best clients we can have. They are so cool. They are German,
Ah, there we go. So they're serious, but they're lovely at the end of the
but
day.
exactly
Amazing.
lovely.
Now, This is something that I found quite cool. I understand that you're signed with Gojira's previous manager, and
Yeah,
you also performed on the main one of the main stages at Hellfest. Like
yeah, it
that's
was crazy.
huge, like absolutely
Huge.
massive. You know, how did the sort of the support from this particular manager and actually getting onto that stage and seeing those people, how did that feel for you? Because just walking out onto a main stage at a festival must be quite exciting and also terrifying at the same time.
Absolutely super terrifying. And uh, you know, when we were about to go on stage, we were like, why do we do that? You know, why do we? It's like torture, you know, just the minutes before the show, before entering on stage. It's like, why you want to shit on yourself? It's like, but then when once you play the first song, and then it's done. The stress is gone, and you just enjoy, and you see all the crowd. It's huge. But I was I have already
That's
played on the main stage 3 years ago with Steel Panther, and it was at
okay.
7 p.m. So it was even more crowded, like 60,000 people. So amazing! It was even more huge, but this time it was less crowded because it was in the morning, but it was very stressful because it was my own project, my own songs, and if I did it wrong, it was over for me because all the professionals were there at the Hellfest. They were all here to hear me, see if I'm okay, see if they can trust me on stage, if they can book me. So I had this pressure,
Cool.
big pressure.
Well, you've conquered France. We want you to come over to the UK. Tell me,
I
have
want
you
to.
got plans to bring your live show
Yeah, yeah,
here?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna play at the Winter's End Festival in I think it's close to Bath in
Okay.
UK, and it's in the 30, sorry, of January. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
have to
play
look
there,
that.
and then we are trying to find places to play around this date in London, in Manchester, and everywhere. I want to play everywhere in UK. So if you guys are listening to this video and you want us to come and play in your town, let us know.
And for the record, I'm endorsing this, and I'm going to say, please, London, because that's where I'm based. I like traveling, but when I'm going to a gig, I like just to get there, listen to the music, and enjoy myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
So yeah,
yeah. So, hopefully, Duff Press, they're going to help us with that because my endorsement, their endorsement, it's going to work. It's going to work out well.
yeah, yeah. Of course, it's gonna work. You have to think positive, huh, all the time, and you know that's really the secret. I don't know if I can give advice because I'm not a superstar, but I've already I started from nothing except that I knew music, but I didn't know nobody in the music business, and it was just 3 years ago. And this summer I played on the biggest stage of the Hellfest. So the secret I can give you, the advice is to never stop believing and always think positive because that's the only way to achieve your dreams.
Yeah, and now you've just brought Journey into it as well. We've got to not stop
It is
believing. I love
exactly.
it.
And you know what? I end the show with the "Don't Stop Believing." When we go to do the to say bye, we put "Don't Stop Believing" because it's so strong.
Epic. So, if you could go absolutely anywhere in the world, so you are coming to the UK, but you could play anywhere, where's your dream destination to play a concert?
Wembley, of course.
Wembley. We would have you
Honestly,
there for
yeah,
sure.
Wembley. I said to all my friends, I said, the day we'll play at Wembley, I can die.
Well, please don't. Let's put it that way.
But no,
But
I won't die. But it's really it's the ultimate goal.
it
Voilà.
does seem to be the case. Even if you're opening up for someone, as soon as you get that Wembley slot, that's the official stance. You've made it. You're a
Yeah,
success in
I did
music.
it.
So
So the joke could be that I can go to Wembley, but in a bar close to Wembley. You know, yeah. I'm sure that there is a rotten bar called the Wembley or something. I could play there as well, but
we
it's
need
not
to
the same.
find you a good dive bar near Wembley.
Yeah,
And let's be honest, dive bars are the best gigs. That grotty little
of
pub,
course.
terrible sound, but
Yeah, but the
intimate and
mood is here.
fantastic.
Exactly.
Exactly. Now, I would like to ask if you could collaborate with anyone, and maybe they're listening. If they're listening, I'd be very delighted actually. But if you could collaborate with anyone on some music, who would you love to work with?
UK or worldwide?
Worldwide, absolutely anyone. I'm actually gonna open that up to living, dead, any musician from history.
Mike Patton.
Mike Patton. Good
Ouais.
call. Alright, what is it
Honestly,
about Mike Patton?
honestly, he's the best. Mike Patton or Jerry Cantrell or something like that.
We're building a super band. Jerry Cantrell on guitar,
Oh,
Mike
yeah?
Patton on vocal. To be fair, Mike Patton can do absolutely anything with his voice.
Yeah, yeah, he's
So
crazy. He's amazing.
so I've forgotten the next question because I'm thinking about, like, you playing with Mike Patton. I think that'd be absolutely okay, that'd be really, really kick-ass.
But UK, I could do something with I would love to do something with The Darkness because I was a huge, huge fan. I was going to all their gigs, and I think that we could play together, at least tour together, because we have the same energy and the same positivity, I think. But maybe one day, I don't know. We will see.
I'm gonna propose something, The Darkness at Wembley.
Voila.
What?
Let's do
There we are.
a super big gigs with a lot of bands, but they played at Wembley for the show dedicated to the drummer of Foo Fighters. It was in
Yes,
Wembley, no?
they did,
So they
yes.
already played at Wembley. I
They'll
didn't.
play again. They're big enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, last question. Actually, I've got 2 more questions if that's
Okay.
okay. And these are the fun ones. From your time in music, although it might not have been massively long just yet, have you got any funny stories, something that stood out that made you just crack up laughing? Something that you wanna share from your
Oh
life
la la.
in music?
I have I have absolutely no clue. What can I tell you that's funny? Yeah, I can tell you the story with the Steel Panther if you want, because
Let's hear
so
that
they
one
invited me
because
on stage like 2 hours before the gig, and I didn't know that I would play with them. I hoped because I sent them a message, but they didn't answer, and they answered just 2 hours before the show, prior the show, and they say, "Okay, come on, join us. We're gonna pick you up in the crowd, and you come." And so I did. I went to the backstage, and then I saw them without the wigs and in underwear. Absolutely, it was crazy. I was like, "Hey guys, hello, nice to meet you." In underwear, it was so funny. And they told me, "Yeah, it would be so fun if you said that you ended up on stage because you wanted to suck our dick, but we were too old, so we couldn't have a boner. Okay, let's do that." And I was like, "Okay, I did it." And so when when I went up on stage, but Michael Starr was not. He didn't know that. So I said that, but in French to the crowd. And first of all, the crowd was amazed because I was the first girl of the day because. At that time, it was only men on stage, and I was the first girl, the first one who spoke English, so they were like, "Oh, it's a girl. Oh, she speaks English." And I said, "Yeah, I sucked a lot of dick to end up here, but not theirs because they are too old." And everybody laughed and everybody remember it because it was 60,000 people. And now they saw me, even now, even today, people recognize me because of this stupid sentence that they asked me to tell, which is absolutely awful, but very funny.
it's a
Very Steel
career-making
Panther.
experience. Right, last question, because I've been asking this one because I found it quite amusing, really. And it's because I watched a zombie movie not too long ago as well. If a zombie apocalypse broke out, what would you do to survive it? And how
A
long do
zombie
you
what?
think? A zombie
A zombie
apocalypse. Think The Walking
apocalypse?
Dead. Yeah.
Ah, oh là là. It's funny because we were speaking about the movie, ah putain, comment ça s'appelle? Brain Dead. We were
Oh,
talking
that's a
about
fun
that
one. Yeah.
yesterday. Brain Dead. What would I do? I don't know. No, 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 your questions, first time, at least your questions are super new. You
I do
keep it,
try.
you don't ask the same questions than all the others. What could I say if I don't know? I would take some saucisson. You know what it is? It's like a
No.
big sausage. I
Ah,
will eat
yes.
one, and then I will have the power, enough power, because it's so good to kick their ass in the name of Jesus Christ, just like Brain did. That's what he says, the priest. I think he
Amen.
says, "In the
I'll
name of
kick
Jesus
ass for the
Christ, I
Lord.
kick your ass." Voila. And I will do the same
Fantastic.
with my loan. I will kill them with the thing to loan to cut your grass. You know, I don't know how you call that in English.
No, it's fine. Lucy Sue, I want to thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
to
you,
chat to us
Damien.
today. To everyone listening, I cannot recommend Battlestation enough. If you are a fan of like bands like L7, Metallica, the punk, the metal, all of this stuff, roll into something that works beautifully well with real attitude. You've got to check this out. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Lucy Sue. Take
Thank
care.
you very much.
Bye.
Bye.